Hello and welcome to the add-on spotlight. For what I use with my add-ons here on the UI, what we're going to be covering over today is everything I use on my UI, and I'm going to be going over in the weeks to come the add-ons in specific detail. Some of them I have covered, some of them have been covered by other people, and I will tell who those other people have covered them so you guys can go over to those channels to see them. Um, So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So we have MPC Scan, which is up here in our mini map. It tells you where rares are. It's very helpful. Auctioneer, auction house add-on if you're going to do anything with gold. So we can tell I have 56k. I used to not have very much, but I slowly gain more and more every now and then spend it on like motorcycles and stuff like that. Just very big vanity items. But that's what Auctioneer does. It helps you figure out how much gold stuff is and if you think you should buy it or not. Aura frames. So, Aura frames is up here in the corner, and it's actually not the UI Aura frames. They are a lot simpler to use. And this one comes with a second and minutes timer. We have battleground targets. So if I type /BGT here, that's going to show you if you're on the Horde, it's going to show you Alliance players, and if you're on the Alliance, it's going to show you Horde players, and it'll tell you how far away they might be. It'll tell you their trinkets have been procced. Are they a healer, tank, DPS? What class are they? Stuff like that. We have Bigwigs, which is a rating add-on if for like timers and HUD maps and stuff like that. I have that on my add-on spotlight number 2. Click. So if you're a healer, you can bind all your keys here and then hover over the nameplates and cast spells without even targeting somebody. Details. So details is what I use for a damage meter, and if I were to go hit a training dummy, this number here actually shows up in real time instead of 3 or 4 seconds later, and it's very more precise. The more people that are using it in your raid group, the more precise it is, just like any other damage meter add-on. But this one shows you a lot more things. It'll show you what abilities you use, it'll show you what targets you've hit, it can give you your uptime on stuff, it gives the healing uptime on stuff. It is very handy. Enchantrix. So Enchantrix comes with Auctioneer, and Enchantrix shows you whether or not you should disenchant, it shows you whether or not you should mill, prospect, stuff like that. EGPG Loot Master is a loot giver out. You just give out loot. That's what that add-on's for. And then we have Exorcist Raid Tools. So Exorcist Raid Tools is another awesome add-on for raiding. It will show you HUD maps of bosses where people need to stand. It'll show you cooldowns. It can show you the legendary ring, stuff like that. Garrison Mission Manager and Master Plan are combined together. That helps you out in your garrison and tells you what you should send your followers and your shipyard out on. Handy notes up here in the minimap shows you all the little skulls and treasures and stuff like that. I've got the majority of those installed here, but it can go anywhere from different achievements to where certain treasures are, where some of your guild is, stuff like that. Informat is another auctioneer add-on. So if we were to hover over an item in my bags, it would show you should vendor this item, or you should auction this item, or you should disenchant this item, and it will tell you what it can disenchant into. It would tell you if I were to find something to auction, it would tell you to auction this item because there's not a lot of things on there, stuff like that. Legion Wardrobe is the Mogget equivalent. Asmongold has this up on his channel, so if you want to go over there and look at that, he goes over a very in-depth guide on that. But it's basically, it gives you every single slot in the game, and if all of your tunes have that, and how many things there are in the game. Iskar Assist is another rating add-on. Little Wigs is with Big Wigs. It helps you figure out timers for dungeons. Mask is a skinning add-on for raid frames and stuff like that. Mixed scrolling battle text is text that floats on the side of your screen. It gives you more of a clean look instead of text flying all over the place. Mogget is, sorry guys, is a transmogging add-on that can give you previews, it can give you stuff like that. It has every item in the game as well. But you can save previews with that. You can't save previews with the Legion Wardrobe. Pawn. So if you are a very solo-ish casual player, Pawn is very useful. Pawn can come over here and you can have every class in the game. These are taken straight from Wowhead. And it will tell you basic stats, your basic stat priority. Would I go off of this as a raider? Only if I double checked and made sure that the stats were right, but you can also come in here if you know how to use this add-on and change the stats manually. Postal Mailbox add-on. If we were to run over to a mailbox, it just shows you what items you have in your mail, and you can open all the mail at the same time. So you can click send mail here, and if we type in a name, so if I were to type in my warlock, oh no, we can tell if I were to click on the item here that's sendable, alt click to send this item, control click to attach similar items. PvP sound, so every time you kill somebody, it's going to make a sound from a different game, like First Blood or something like that. Quest map with details, sort of inconvenient now, but back in the day it would combine your quest map and the details. Skada, so I use Skada for skinning, that's about it. But otherwise it is a damage meter add-on. Sidebar, so Sidebar is this right here. It's basically what LVUI has for its minimap, but it's available to go off the screen. Sidebar, Stubby, and Swatter all come from over here. Weak Auras 2. So Weak Auras 2 is down here in the middle of my screen. And you can customize it with every single class in the game and any boss mod encounter. So if I were to click on the Mythic Archimon circle that Fragments has, you can customize things like that. You can move them around. And ElvUI with all its plugins. ElvUI is what I use to make everything look as it is. All this black and very light colored transparent black. Stuff like that. It also skins over your weak auras, it skins over details, it'll skin mostly everything. So we can tell by that by hitting map, hitting my character panel, hitting bags, hitting talents, glyphs, and specialization. It is a full UI rescale. Thank you guys for watching, and have fun.